Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Let's Play of Prison Architect. So, last episode we went through a whole lot of planning, laid out a nice big design for our prison here. This episode we're going to start building the design, but I actually forgot two rooms, and I'm going to throw them in here right now. Um, they're actually the common room, which, let's look, common room for the prisoners. Which is like, a relaxing room. It's where we'll put like phone booths, pool tables, stuff like that for, them to have a good time in prison. Kind of ironic, but whatever. I don't have a pool table. They're going to get a pool table. Whatever. We're also going to do the area for the laundry, which is one of the places that your prisoners can work. And basically they'll clean and press the prison uniforms for the rest of the prisoners. So we're going to lay out those two rooms, and they're going to be pretty easy. Basically they'll fit in this nice little spot right here. So let's drop that down, and then it's less fence that we have to do. If we just go right like that. Do we want them to be that small? That's kind of small for, yeah, you know what? Nah, it's not really that small. Let's go ahead and we'll just cut it in half. That'll be the laundry, and that'll be the common area, because if over here we have all of our cell blocks, we want these to be easy to get to. And by keeping this, symmetrical like this, it basically makes it where we've got this nice long corridor here that anyone that's escaping pretty much has to run down. And they do try to escape, even if you put them behind, brick walls and stuff, they'll try to tunnel out. If you get some, real jerks in your prison, they'll do more than that. But for now, yeah, that'll work. The other thing is we need to figure out where we're going to put the doors. I'm thinking for the common room, one here. We don't really need one along this wall. I think just one there will be fine. But for the laundry, I'm going to want to put that door probably right here. Yeah, that should be fine. But the only problem with doing that then means that we do in fact have to make a path down here, which won't end up being an issue because we're going to put cell blocks here anyways. So, but yeah, I think we're ready to actually get started now, guys. First things first, we need to figure out which one of these, what we actually need to build and what we don't. And honestly, I'm thinking everything we have laid out right now, we are going to need to eventually build. So, we're going to need to start putting down foundations for all that stuff. The other thing that we need to do is get some fences down for where we won't have things. Now, fence is the cheap option. Basically, for $3 for each block, you can place a fence, and they can't get through the fence, but they can tunnel under the fence. So it's not the best option, but that's $3. If we want a perimeter wall, that's $200. So for now, fencing. Eventually perimeter wall, but yeah, for now, fencing. So we're gonna go pretty much the bare minimum right here because we know we're gonna expand it anyways. And you can see we're just starting to eat through our funds here, but that's okay. You need to spend money to make money. So there we go, and we'll just drop a fence down right there. So the fence is the first thing that we've actually built. Everything else is just, a layout. But that's okay, because you can see from where the fence is and where the buildings will be, there's not going to be any way for them to really get away. We also know that we're going to want fences around here. That's not actually going to be a wall, it's going to be a fence. Same thing here, around garbage. So that should be fine. They'll get those fences being built. And then let's take a look. Well, you know what? Let's start the game. Let's let these guys show up on the work truck, and then we'll see. So basically, like I said last episode, everything shows up on supply trucks. The first thing that we'll get is our only staff members, these 8 members of our work staff, the workmen's. And the workmen are going to build everything, and they're being followed by the you know, other trucks with supplies on them for them to start building. So let them get off. They can't really do anything because the supplies haven't arrived yet. Actually, they're starting to build the fence, so good. You guys work on that fence. And we're going to speed up time a little bit, well, a lot actually, because while they're building, it's kind of boring. But you can see they're dropping everything off in the delivery zone. If they run out of room in the delivery zone, the trucks will get backed up. That's why I like to have the storage so close. It makes their job easier. And so they've got that fence built, and they're working on that one. Perfect. And you can also see, I'll slow it down a little bit, the planning. As long as you build what you actually say you're going to build, fence is considered a wall. So the planning goes away once you build over it. Now, if I was to not build a path here or something, the path wouldn't go away. So, yeah, let's speed things back up. And just waiting a little bit now while they finish that. And then we're going to start working on foundation. And I might hire another workman. Yeah, I think I'm going to. One more. So you can see our cash went down. Initially, we lost $500 for hiring him, but also our daily cash flow went down. So you have to be careful. Your daily cash flow will go up if you have prisoners, though. I think you get roughly $100 per prisoner that you have per day from the government. So, and they're done with the fence. Good. So our fencing is done. Next step is going to be laying down the foundations for these buildings. The first thing that we're going to want to work on is probably our offices, because we want to get a warden pretty quick so we can start researching bureaucracy here. So let's have them do that. I will have them get a foundation. Basically, the two options here are concrete and brick. I like to build things out of brick. Concrete it's just concrete. There's no real difference. One isn't harder to break out of than the other or anything like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drag this like this, and then wherever there's an actual outside wall here, they're gonna already place a wall, so we won't have to spend any additional money on that. It might be smart to have them build the whole thing. That's debatable, but let's see. No, we don't want to do that, because this, well, I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see, but this path right here I want to be an outside path. If I go like this, it's going to be all inside. So let's just do this for now. Actually, we only need 2 of these. So we'll have them start building that. We know we want the storage, so we'll have them start building that. We know we're going to want the kitchen and the canteen, so I guess they have to build that as well. That's kind of a pain. Yeah, that's kind of a pain, but yeah, kind of a big pain. Basically, I'm complaining because I can't do that, but that's okay. If we add that, we should be fine. And we'll add this like that. There we go. So that linked them all together, which is what we want. And we're down to 48,000. Now we know we're going to need the showers and the holding cells, so let's go ahead and build that out as well. And we aren't going to really need these right off the bat, other than the fact that we need them for the fencing. So for now, let's let them build that, and while they're doing that, well, it's going to require an entrance, so let's figure out what we're going to do for doors here. We'll get some large jail doors. We actually need a couple. We need, yeah, you could press R to rotate, by the way, if you're new to the game. We're going to need one there for double security. We're going to need one leading into the canteen, and one leading into the workshop. And right now that should fulfill the need for an entrance on this, so let's go ahead and leave it at that and let them do their building. So they're going to start laying down this foundation. It's going to take them a while, and while they're doing that, we're going to start working on the power and water. So if we click on utilities here, it takes us to an underground view. Everything's ran underground here, and luckily this number 1 under here means we get one of them for free, because you can see this is $5,000 to put down a power plant. That's a lot of money this early in the game, but luckily we get one for free. So we'll put that down. We also get one capacitor for free, so we'll put that down. And we get our water pump station for free, which is great because you really only need one of those. I haven't come across a situation where you need more than one. So we'll let them start building that stuff. So power's up. And we'll zoom in a little bit. This is our power usage bar right there. Now it's at nothing right now because we have nothing hooked up. But once we hook up this water pumping station, I didn't mean to pause that. Once we hook up the water pumping station, you'll see that it draws a little bit of power. So let's we can actually just go right like that. Use 2 pieces of wire to get those 2 connected. Anything that has this symbol, let me show you real quick. Like this means it requires a dedicated line coming to it. A lot of things like lights and that, you just have to have a power line near it. You don't have to run one directly to it. So, and are you guys almost done? You're almost done. No one. There we go. So, alright, so they finished up that interior. We'll zoom out a little bit. Now they're starting to install lights. Now, one trick early game, if you want to save on power consumption, is to take out some of these lights, like only put the bare minimum, which you could probably go every other light here. 4 lights in this little area is a little much. But whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. Plus, they've already installed these lights, so it's not like taking them out now. Taking them out now would actually be more of a hassle to us because we'd have to click and tell them to dismantle them. That way they put them back in the storage area. If we tell them to dump it, it'll go in the garbage. But yeah, it would. These ones that haven't been built yet, we could just right click and cancel. I'm not going to do that though. I will the ones that are going to be in this wall here, because you know those are completely pointless. But other than that, a lot of these, well, those have already been placed. But yeah, a lot of them are actually going to be necessary. So we'll just let them go along and do that. And you can see now that our water's hooked up, we're using a little bit of power here. So, and we've got tons of stuff arriving on trucks. Hopefully those guys will go out and get it. They are. Alright, let's take a look. We're going to need to get power going in here. And right now, Fog of War, it is turned on. We just can't see it because there's no prisoners here, so there's no Fog of War yet. We're still kind of in building mode. So let's see. We're going to need some more doors. Let me drop one here. We're going to make this staff-only door because we only want staff going in. There and there. Oh, those gates are built, actually. They're just open, which is good. Let's see. We're also going to have this be staff-only, leading to the deliveries area. As far as the kitchen goes, we're going to actually put a door here that's staff-only, and one here that is staff-only. I know that's called for a wall there, but 2 doors is good enough, I think. We also want a door here that's going to be staff only because we only want our staff in the kitchen. We don't want any prisoners getting in. Staff only doors are not as secure as prison cell doors or prison doors, jail doors, whatever you want to call them. Jail doors, only your guards can open. Staff doors, your cooks, your maintenance staff, they can all open them. So they're not quite as secure, but that's okay. For what we're doing, staff doors in these areas will be fine. The other places we need to place staff doors are our offices here. So one here and one there. So let's let them build all of that, and then we'll come back and hook up power here, and then we've got to build our interior walls, and then we could start laying out some rooms. So by having this staff door here, yeah, the maintenance guys can go in easily, which is a good thing. So that way they don't have to walk all the way around like they were doing. Some other things, we're always going to want our cantina door open, so we're going to lock this open by clicking on it and just clicking locked open instead of normal. Normal means it'll close until a guard comes around. Locked shut means even guards can't open it, only we can open it. But we want that to be open. Unless there's a fight or something, then we'll lock it. So, alright, let's pause it for a second because we don't want our workers just standing there doing nothing. And you can see they brought some garbage down here. Let's get some power going to this area, light this area up. So we'll go, yeah, this is going to be fine, I think. We'll go like that, and then we'll come right down the middle here. Will that work? Yeah, that should be fine. We'll come right down the middle of the kitchen and put that all on that generator. One thing that I'm going to do, this workshop is going to require a ton of power. I don't want to power it using the same generator here because I know I'm not going to have enough capacitors. I want to power it off this one. So we're going to avoid the workshop for now. That way we don't have to tear lines out later. But the rest of this we are going to power up. And you can see I'm not running it directly to the lights. It'll do that itself. Same thing here. That should power those two offices. And we'll run this way. That's going to be a pain. We'll run around like this. Now remember, this is all underground, so they're not going to be messing with it. We'll run through the shower and into the holding cell. And that way we completely avoid our workshop here. So that should be fine for initial power. Eventually, you know what? Just do it now. That'll be for those offices, and that'll be for that office right there. So that should be okay. We still have $30,000. Granted, we don't have any walls or anything, so we need to watch our spending a little bit, especially with this giant area down here that we're going to build. But a lot of this isn't going to be used right off the bat. We're just using it so that we don't have to build more fences. So let's let them kind of catch up a little bit. One thing that we can do, yeah, so you can see now it's starting to get lit up. Those lights are turning on, and the draw on our generator's going up. So like I said, we have to be a little careful, not super careful, but a little bit careful. Let's go to rooms here, and we're going to start zoning the yard. So we'll throw this down. It's one of the few buildings that we can throw down. And it says that we failed because it's not secured behind at least one door because they could get out right here. So that's okay. We know that. It's good that it actually tells us that, though, because we know we aren't ready to quite open the prison yet. So now we've got that whole area pretty much lit up. The next step is going to be throwing down our walls, and I'm going to use brick walls. You could use concrete, you could use whatever you want, it makes no difference, but I'm going to use brick. And we're going to throw down the walls here, the walls for our little toilets, throw down that wall, just kind of separate off the workshop, throw down this wall here, and the wall for our kitchen. That actually is not a piece of wall there, because that's where our door is. It's just locked open right now. The walls for our offices, and this other wall for our kitchen and canteen. And we'll let them go to work doing that and see what they come up with. As far as objects go, we're going to need some doors. I'm going to put a large jail door on the, like I said, this is going to be the holding cell, so obviously they're going to get a large jail door there. These are going to be the showers, so we could probably put large jail doors here too. And I know that doesn't quite meet our plan, but I think, you know, a lot of people are going to rush to the showers at the same time, so we don't really want to have them, you know, get backed up or anything by a single small door. Other thing to remember, when you're building these pluses, always build the middle one first. Otherwise, they tend to build all the outer ones and not have a way to build the middle one. So we'll do that. And we'll let them go back to work and see what they come up with. See how many problems they run into. Hopefully none, but we'll see. What's that guy doing? Nothing? Alright, good. So we need a door for here. And we want prisoners to be able to come in here and actually take things out of our storage and move them into the workshop. So I'm going to make this... Oh, I should not have paused that. We want them to get done doing that. I'm going to make this a regular door so that everyone can come in and out. But they still shouldn't be able to get out because these are all staff doors, and there's going to be the 2 big prison doors here. So they won't be getting out, I don't think. So let's see. We don't need this area to be lit yet, but yeah, our power draw is definitely going up. Alright, so let's put in the rest of the walls for our shower, and we're going to start zoning these rooms while they finish doing that. Brick wall here, 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 you know, all these places. Build all the walls. Okay, perfect. While they're doing that, we're going to lock this door shut. So there we go, because we don't want anyone going into this workshop area right now. And they're going to start building that, and we're going to start laying down our rooms. So let's see. Shower. This will be our shower. We can go ahead and do that. And it's going to tell us, you know, we need shower heads in here. We know that. This is going to be our holding cell, so go ahead and throw that down. And it's going to tell us we failed because we need toilets. It's not indoors. Well, it is technically. We just have the game paused. Needs a bench. Actually, we need to let it run a little bit before it updates. See? So now it says, you know, we meet the minimum size. It is enclosed. It is indoors. It doesn't have a toilet and doesn't have a bench. So we're going to need to get those in place. Let's see. Our canteen will be up here. And our kitchen will be right here. Now, it doesn't cost anything to zone these. That's why I'm making them the full size instead of, you know, some little area. Storage will be right here. And our offices will be here for our warden and our accountant. So, there we go. So, now we'll unpause it and let these update. And now we see everything that we need to buy for these rooms, which is nothing for the storage, which is nice. So, we're at 28,000 right now, so we're still doing okay, but we have a lot still to do. So let's start buying some objects and seeing where we end up. So we'll get our offices done first. Offices require a desk, a chair, and a filing cabinet minimum, so that's what we'll give them. We'll put our 2 filing cabinets in. We'll put some chairs in. We'll rotate them just for aesthetics. It really doesn't matter. And we need a desk, an office desk in each one of these. So one there, everyone gets the same type of office. So we'll get those done, along with everything else that they're working on. These workmen, man, they've got it rough. But you can see they moved everything into the storage area from deliveries, so where are you going with that desk, buddy? Just walk out that way? Okay, whatever. Okay, so one office is complete, the other office is done, which is fantastic, great. Okay, so we completed an objective, which was build 2 offices. We need to hire a warden, so let's go to the staff and hire the warden. Cost $1,000, but he's well worth it because he unlocks the bureaucracy tree, and he apparently wanted the top office. Good for him. Let's look at this. Basically, this is everything we can do in our prison. So the next thing for our objective is to hire the accountant, which is definitely a good idea. She unlocks a lot of, the land expansion, the ability to take out another grant, bank loans, all of this stuff. But really what we want her for is so we know how much money we're making and losing per day. Right now we've got really basic information here, but if we go to reports, we can't see anything. So yeah, we're going to get the accountant, and he's going to start working on finance. Once he gets finance, we'll have another objective complete, and we can hire the accountant. So you can see the bars starting to move up with the research, which is good. So while he's doing that, I know I keep pausing the game, which I'm only doing that because the workers have nothing else to do. Otherwise, I would not be pausing. I'd be letting them run around and do their thing. So for now, let's look at objects. Now, like I said, we don't really need to do this big of a shower. To fulfill the quest, you only need to put one shower head in and you're pretty much done. But we're going to build it out. There's no real reason for us not to at this point. We've got enough money, and these only cost $20 a piece. So we'll go ahead and place them all around the room like that. So initially we'll have 16 shower heads. The other thing we need for the shower is drains. Basically, if you don't put a drain, then the water will run out all over the place and people will slip, fall, possibly even kill themselves. So what I do is put them all in front of the doors, even on the diagonal, because the water can get out like that. So we'll go like that. That should be more than enough, and I'll just throw a couple down in the center for aesthetics. Realistically, there should probably be some on that back wall, but whatever. We're going to do it like that for now. And then we're also going to get the toilets for our holding cell. That way we can see everything that's going to need water all at once, and we'll know how to best run our pipes. So toilets, we only really need one and one bench, but we're going to put two because we're rebels. And then we're going to need the sink for the kitchen. That also requires water. Right now we just need one sink, so we'll just place one right there. And once they install all of that stuff, we'll see exactly where we need our water to flow to. So, see? So it's blinking, we need water. So, we'll let them install all the rest of the stuff. And did we just get something? Oh, build a shower. That's complete. The yard is still not complete because of these two missing buildings here, which brings up another good point. I want toilets in the yard, so we should probably get to work on that too. And you might be saying this is a waste of money, but I found that they like to use the toilets in the yard a lot, so I mean, if they like it, why not? We need doors on those and toilets, so let's get the toilet first. Rotate that one, and some doors. We just want regular doors, just so they have a little bit of privacy. I know it's prison, they don't really deserve it. Well, I mean, depending on what they did, maybe they do deserve it. Maybe they're in here under some sort of false accusation or something. I mean, we don't know, so why not make things nice for them at least? Now, maximum security prisoners, they're not going to get anything like this. This is for minimum security, maybe normal security if they're lucky. But yeah, we're not going to give this to max security prisoners. The other thing you might notice is you don't get any lights by default in the yard, which probably isn't a great thing, so let's throw some down. We've also got 6 extra that we get for free anyways, so why not, right? And we'll put one here and one there, and then we're going to have to spend a little bit of money. And what? One there. nice and lit up, except in the middle here. Put a couple more. Yep. Okay, so now we're starting to go through some serious cash, but I think we're still okay. Alright. We've got all of our toilets installed. That's everything that needs water initially. So let's go to utilities. You see we get 20 large pipes. Now, large pipes basically will carry water anywhere. The only problem is prisoners can dig into them and easily escape. So you don't want to put them in your cells. Small pipes, they can't do that, but the small pipes have a limited range. You'll lose water pressure after a certain amount. It's kind of like redstone in Minecraft. These, I believe, you can go 32 blocks before they lose pressure. These will, just carry it to wherever. So, but since none of this except for the holding cell really needs to be secured, we're just going to run this straight through. Right like that. And actually, we could probably go like this too, because eventually we're going to want water going to other areas of the building, so we might as well run the big pipe right down the center there, and then we'll use the small pipe for everything else. For the sink, for example, we'll run a small pipe. For these, we'll run small pipes. Now, never run the pipe through the center of this because it has the same issue where it can't path detect to it. So that'll be a problem if you try to run the pipe down like that. Go like that, go like that, and you know what? I'm just gonna go like this and extend that pipe, because eventually we're going to want it there anyways, so why bother building the small one and then having to upgrade to the big one. So, alright, let's get our plumbing done, and then we're going to be pretty close to ready to go, guys. The episode's starting to run a little bit long. We're a little over 30 minutes right now, so I'm going to finish up the plumbing and hire our accountant, because we did finish researching that under the bureaucracy tree. So now we can hire that. Let's go to staff, an accountant, put her in here, and once we unpause, we should get credit for administration center. We do. We get 5,000 extra dollars, which is much appreciated, which means we can build more. So I think that's going to basically wrap it up for this episode, guys. What I'll do is next episode we'll focus on getting the kitchen, the canteen up and running, the holding cell up and running, and then maybe building the foundation for this. We're not going to do anything with it yet, but we'll get the foundation in place that way, and this foundation here in place. That way we'll be ready to start accepting prisoners, which will be nice. And then the real challenge starts. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.